Hi everybody, welcome to week 7. Wow, we're almost done, so we are in the midst of our final essay. So let's just take a quick overview of things, where we're going this week, and just to kind of keep you guys on track. So our objectives for this week: compose an argumentative essay that is supported by credible sources. So the annotated bibliography you did should be your credible sources. Maybe add to it, supplement it. I'll give you feedback on that soon. And then bring it together with your outline, which you have just submitted. Use feedback to revise essay. So I will be giving you feedback through the course of this, and give me time. I will try to give you everything as timely as possible. It's been just like for some of you guys. If you've noticed, some of you submitted late work. I haven't held that against you. Sometimes life gets in the way for me too, and I have not been as up to grading as I'd like to be. I usually try to get everything done the Monday, Tuesday after, but I might not. I'm gonna do my best to, especially with this essay. And so be patient. You guys can have a little bit of extra time as you need it. Don't take advantage, but it's okay if you need it. Reflect on the writing process for essay 3. So you're reflecting on the writing process and the process for this class, and reflect on your writing journey for the semester. So I was a bit ahead of myself. So you're gonna look at the class as a whole and look at this specific assignment and sort of how you've grown as a writer through the course. Hopefully you've grown a little bit. It's a different beast working in an online environment where we don't interact and see each other. I do these videos mainly to create a little bit of an interaction, your face to my face, I guess, for those of you who watch them, to help just get a feel for who I am more than anything and kind of guide you a little bit. So hopefully it's helped. Because I want to inject my personality to the class so I can see your personality in the writing. And I think the more of your personality that comes out in the writing while remaining academic is really where I see growth. And I've seen that in a lot of you, and I really I get excited about that. And I've enjoyed reading your work more for the most part as you've sort of applied the things, outlining, etc., pre-writing, to make your writing better and more coherent, and it's more fun for me to read. So your readings, create your own outline of the main topics, right? Write down any questions that you have, right? Questioning the reading. It's, what's it called? Intuitive reading, active reading. Literally ask questions about the reading. Why such and such? Does the reading answer them? Can you answer them yourself? That could be essentially a point for your essay. Write down definitions and key terms in your own words. Try to, when you have a key term that helps your paper, write it down in your own words. Summarize topics and concepts. You're taking the research you're doing and you're truncating it, making it smaller, summarizing it. It's kind of like the practice of the annotated bibliography. That was sort of the same idea. You're summing up a essay or an article. Here you're summing up, what does this word or topic mean? Make note of any areas you want to explore in depth. And that's kind of important too, because anything that you need to look at and think about more, and the cool thing about these kind of questioning, hopefully that becomes the material for your paper. And if it's not the exact material, at least can supplement other things. So the assignment instructions, you can submit it for feedback, and a draft of your essay includes your introduction and at least 2 body paragraphs. Get as much as your essay as you can, but that's the minimum. The introduction and 2 body paragraphs at minimum, please. That way I can give you feedback. And create a specific question that you would like answered by your draft. So examples we have in the course shell here. What can I do to make my thesis statement clearer? Exactly. That's a good one. A bad example, what can I do to make my essay better? Too general, be a little bit more specific. Not super specific necessarily, but you can be super specific. Just don't be overly general in your question. Be as specific as you possibly can. What can I do to make my thesis clearer? What can I do to... So my battery on my good camera just died. So I'm gonna finish this up. So again, we were just at the part about, I will get the footage there that's hopefully usable. And this probably sounds a little bit different because I'm on my phone now. The questions about when you submit your essay. So, and then when you submit that for feedback. I can just give you feedback, or we can schedule a time. My office hours are Thursday specifically, but I'm flexible for you guys, even on the weekends, as long as we plan ahead. Weekends have been busy because we're trying to buy a new house and sell our house. I'm trying to sell this place right here. So there's flexibility, less flexibility on the weekends, but during the week, during the days especially, I'm available because I take care of my younger daughter who is upstairs watching the iPad. So that is, that said, losing my train of thought by holding my phone up here. So basically, in terms of scheduling, whatever works for you, let me know. If you want to do a video conference, we could do a call, we could do I could just give you the feedback online, whatever you prefer. However you want to have that feedback, let me know. I'll give you the feedback that way. So just to your convenience, to your preference is how we'll do it. And like I said, you're going to do the summary of the course in a paragraph and summary of your reflections. I'm not saying these things clearly. I apologize. So I'm trying to like hold my phone up and look at my notes, and I'm all shaky. And so this week, argumentative research paper draft with your question. What's your specific question about your paper? Submit that to me for feedback. We'll schedule a time to discuss it, or I'll just give you the feedback, whichever you prefer. Research paper self-assessment and semester reflection. So you're kind of combining the reflections we've done on each assignment plus a reflection on the semester. So basically think of it as 2 paragraphs, one on the paper, one on the semester. It's pretty simple. And that is it for this week. It's a lot because it's a big paper we've been building, but I think the workload is a little bit easier over these last couple weeks to help you build a more thorough, bigger paper. And the idea with the last paper was use limited sources, and this paper is to use your own sources. Some of you did use your own sources, and I didn't hold that against you, although I think that those of you who use the limited sources really got it and focused well. Those of you who use other sources, some of you did okay, some of you kind of could have done better in terms of figuring out what sources would help your point. Anyway, that is it for this week. I will see you online. Thank you for your patience with me, and thank you for a good class so far. One more of these videos and one more week, well, 2 more weeks, but we're about to wrap up, and I'll make sure I charge my battery on the good camera for next time. Bye. Plus my dog is here too. Akira, you say hi?